Hi, I'm Harper Min, and I'm going to be talking about Amoris Laetitia, which is also the joy of love. Pope Francis's Amoris Laetitia, otherwise known as the joy of love, shows Catholics the true meaning of marriage, family, and love. What does it really mean to love and be married? All humans are created in the image and likeness of God, and when two people get married, they become one flesh, meaning that they are called to mutual self-giving in love and in sacrifice. The greatest love in the world is to die for someone, and if you do die for someone, you go straight to heaven, because that's the greatest love in the world. We are called to care for others in every single stage of our lives. Whether it's birth, from conception to natural death, we should take care of every life because every life is precious. Pornography and prostitution have been putting a strain on love and marriages because it's simply not, like, pornography is fake in a sense that it's not real love. These people are being, in pornography and prostitution, these people are being objectified and turned into objects rather than seen for their inner beauty, and that is very against the church. Family, the Holy Family of Nazareth should be the model family for all of us. The role of the mother and father are both very important in a family, however they're different. The father should be the head of the house and basically acting as Jesus Christ, and the wife is supposed to submit herself to the husband. Pregnancy and children. So children, no matter the circumstance, are always a gift from God. Whether you're 16 and pregnant, with some boy that leaves you, or you are married happily, if you get pregnant, it is a gift from God. Parents are called to bring their kids closer to the faith and have a good role model. They should be good role models for their children. Children are called to honor their father and mother and listen to them. However, children are not the property of a family. By this, we mean that children have their own lives to live. They are not just the parents' kids. Like, they're their own humans, and they have their own lives, and they have their own things that they are called to do. However, everyone should be holy and follow God and center their lives around God. Scandals, controversy, and divorce. Scandals are negatively impacting children in society. Children are being born out of wedlock, sexual abuse, human trafficking, etc. The church is 100% against contraception, sterilization, and abortion, everything like that, in high and low birth rate countries. Extreme poverty in families are resulting in children being sold into organ trafficking and prostitution. And I mean, even just saying that, you can tell it's wrong. Like, whether it's your child or any human being, humans are not objects. We are not meant to be sold. We are made in the image and likeness of God, and we are supposed to be respected and loved for. We're not supposed to be sold as an object would be. Marriages in many countries are decreasing, and a huge part of this is simply that people are seeing each other as services and using each other for services rather than love. For example, I can't marry someone because I like what they do for me. I mean, I can, but it's never going to work. If you don't genuinely love someone for who they are, it will never work out. Real life stories. So this story I saw is about a couple who divorced 3 minutes after they got married, which is insane. Like, how can you get engaged to someone, marry them, and 3 minutes later turn around? And when I was reading upon this story, it just made me realize how messed up society is today, because so simply they signed their marriage papers. When they walked out, the wife tripped, and the husband made a comment saying that she was stupid for tripping, and the wife got so upset about it that she turned around, went back to the judge, and said she wanted an annulment, and he gave it to her. The marriage was ended, but I don't know how he said that, how he would let a divorce happen that soon. And then a personal story of mine is my mom's cousin, so one of my distant relatives. Him and his wife had a daughter, and when they got married, everything was perfect. But when they had a daughter, later on, the wife found out that the husband had a substance abuse problem. And instead of just leaving him right away, because she knew that they had a child and she wanted what was best for the family. He went to rehab. He ended up being sober. They worked through all their problems and now they're happy and they're a family and he got over it. So this just proves that we can work through the problems and we should be there for, when you get married, you say for better or for worse. You don't just say, I'm going to love you when you're nice to me, or I'm going to love you when you don't screw up. It's not like that. It's for better or for worse. And when I think of for better or for worse, I think of my grandparents. That's this picture. These two, if you just see, they just look so happy. But my grandma and grandpa, they have the best marriage of anyone I've ever seen in my entire life. And sorry if I get emotional, my grandpa passed away recently. But my grandpa had a lot of health problems. He's been diabetic, or he was diabetic for over 60 years. He had congestive heart failure. He was on dialysis. He had many different things he was struggling with. But through everything, he was the happiest, most just respectful, holy person I've ever met in my entire life. Like, he was a dentist, and he always said, never give up an opportunity to help others. And one time when he was, someone called over the holidays and their teeth were just killing them. And they were like, we can't get into any dentist. My grandpa let him come on like a Sunday or something over the holidays. It was right before, I think it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, and did his teeth. And he was like, how much do I owe you, doc? And my grandpa was like, nothing. And he always did that. He had done that so many times. And not that it's just about money, but like, he never didn't do something for BB, my grandma. And every morning she made sure he took his shots for his diabetes. She helped him get ready. And it was just like, I've never seen two people more in love for such a long time. I mean, they were married almost 60 years, and it's just like insane because, I want that in my marriage one day. And like, I want to love someone as much as they love each other. But that is Amoris, Laetitia, and here's my We're Excited, so thank you.